The revolution of self-care, igniting your inner flame. Welcome to the BlackCEO podcast, where we explore groundbreaking ideas that challenge the status quo and inspire transformative change. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's not just relevant, but revolutionary. The true essence of self-care and its power to reshape our lives and our world. I'm thrilled to share with you the incredible insights I've gained from my recent interview with Niambi Ingram, a visionary entrepreneur and the brilliant mind behind iCandle Experience. Niambi isn't just a business owner, she's a catalyst for change, a beacon of light in the often murky waters of personal well-being and societal expectations. Her work is nothing short of transformative, challenging us to rethink not just how we treat ourselves, but how we view our place in the world. Now, let's take a moment to really set the stage here. Picture this. You're rushing through your day, juggling a million tasks, your phone buzzing incessantly with notifications, your mind racing with deadlines and responsibilities. Sound familiar? I bet it does. We've all been there, right? In fact, for many of us, that's not just a bad day, it's every day. And here's the kicker. We wear this constant state of stress and overwhelm like a badge of honor. We brag about how busy we are, how little sleep we get, how we're surviving on coffee and sheer willpower. We've bought into this toxic idea that being constantly on is somehow a virtue, that taking care of ourselves is selfish or weak. But what if I told you that this mindset isn't just wrong, it's dangerous? What if I told you that by neglecting ourselves, we're not just risking our own well-being, but we're shortchanging everyone around us? What if self-care isn't selfish at all, but the most selfless thing we can do? This, my friends, is where Niambi Ingram's revolutionary vision comes in. Through her work with iCandle Experience, Niambi is challenging us to completely reframe how we think about self-care. She's not just selling candles or spa treatments. She's igniting a movement, a radical shift in how we prioritize our own well-being. Let's start with the truth bomb that Niambi dropped on me during our interview. Self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Easy for her to say, I've got bills to pay, kids to feed, a career to build. I don't have time for bubble baths and scented candles. But here's the thing. That's not what Niambi's talking about. She's talking about something much more fundamental, much more revolutionary. She's talking about treating yourself with the same care and respect that you give to someone you love deeply. She's talking about recognizing that you can't pour from an empty cup, that by taking care of yourself, you're actually better equipped to take care of everything and everyone else in your life. Think about it this way. Have you ever been on an airplane and listened to the safety instructions? They always tell you to put your own oxygen mask on first before helping others. Why? Because if you pass out from lack of oxygen, you can't help anyone else. The same principle applies to our everyday lives. If we're constantly running on empty, constantly pushing ourselves to the brink of exhaustion and burnout, how can we possibly give our best to our work, our families, our communities? This isn't just feel-good philosophy. There's hard science behind it. Studies have shown that chronic stress can lead to a host of physical and mental health problems, from heart disease and diabetes to depression and anxiety. On the flip side, practices associated with self-care, things like mindfulness, regular exercise, and yes, even the simple act of lighting a scented candle, have been shown to reduce stress, improve mood, and boost overall well-being. But Niambi's vision goes beyond just encouraging people to take better care of themselves. What she's created with iCandle Experience is truly unique. A space where self-care becomes an immersive, intentional, and creative experience. Imagine walking into a warm, inviting space. The air is filled with soothing scents, maybe a hint of lavender, or the crisp freshness of citrus. Soft music plays in the background. You're greeted with a warm smile and invited to choose from a variety of natural ingredients to create your own custom candle. As you mix the wax, choose your scents, and pour your candle, something magical happens. You find yourself fully present in the moment, your mind quieting, your breathing slowing. You're not just making a candle, you're creating a tool for future moments of peace, a physical reminder to pause, to breathe, to reconnect with yourself. This is the genius of what Niambi has created. She's tapped into the healing power of creativity, the meditative quality of working with your hands, the transformative potential of engaging all your senses in a single focused activity. But it's not just about the candles. The iCandle Experience incorporates elements of aromatherapy, mindfulness practices, and even spa treatments. It's a holistic approach to self-care that addresses not just the body, but the mind and spirit as well. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. That sounds nice, but I don't have time for that kind of thing. And that's exactly the mindset that Niambi is challenging. Because here's the truth. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's not about having time, it's about making time. It's about recognizing that taking care of ourselves isn't a luxury or an indulgence. It's an essential investment in our own well-being and productivity. Let me share a story that Niambi told me during our interview. It's about a woman we'll call Sarah. Sarah was a high-powered executive, a single mom, and a pillar of her community. From the outside, she looked like she had it all together. She was always impeccably dressed, never missed a deadline, volunteered at her kids' school, and still found time to hit the gym 3 times a week. But inside, Sarah was falling apart. She was constantly exhausted, struggling with insomnia, snapping at her kids over little things. She felt like she was on a hamster wheel, running faster and faster but getting nowhere. One day, a friend dragged Sarah to an eye candle experience workshop. At first, Sarah was skeptical. She kept checking her phone, thinking about all the emails she should be answering. But as she started mixing scents and pouring her candle, something shifted. For the first time in years, Sarah felt herself fully present in the moment. She wasn't thinking about her to-do list or her next meeting. She was just there. That 2-hour workshop was a turning point for Sarah. She realized how disconnected she'd become from herself, how she'd been running on autopilot for so long that she'd forgotten what it felt like to truly relax. She started incorporating small moments of self-care into her daily routine, lighting her handmade candle while she had her morning coffee, taking 5 minutes to breathe deeply before important meetings, saying no to commitments that didn't align with her values. The result? Sarah found herself more focused at work, more patient with her kids, more creative in problem solving. She was sleeping better, feeling more energized. And perhaps most surprisingly, she was actually getting more done in less time because she was approaching her tasks from a place of calm and clarity rather than stress and overwhelm. Sarah's story is not unique. Niambi has countless examples of people whose lives have been transformed by embracing this new approach to self-care. From burned out teachers to overworked nurses, from stressed out students to exhausted stay-at-home parents. People from all walks of life are discovering the power of intentional, creative self-care. But here's where Niambi's vision gets really exciting. She sees this work as part of a larger movement, a shift in our collective consciousness. Imagine a world where self-care wasn't seen as selfish or indulgent, but as a fundamental part of being a healthy, productive, compassionate human being. Imagine workplaces that prioritize employee well-being, not just productivity. Imagine communities where taking time for yourself was encouraged and supported. This isn't just a pipe dream. There's a growing body of research showing that when people prioritize their well-being, everyone benefits. Companies with strong wellness programs see lower healthcare costs and less absenteeism and higher productivity. Schools that incorporate mindfulness practices see improvements in student behavior and academic performance. Communities that prioritize green spaces and opportunities for relaxation and connection see lower crime rates and higher levels of civic engagement. So how do we make this vision a reality? It starts with each of us making a commitment to prioritize our own well-being. And I'm not talking about grand gestures or expensive treatments. I'm talking about small, intentional choices we make every day. Niambi shared some simple yet powerful strategies that anyone can incorporate into their daily life. 1, start your day with intention. Instead of reaching for your phone the moment you wake up, take a few deep breaths. Set an intention for the day. Light a candle and enjoy your morning coffee or tea in silence. 2, create a self-care corner in your home. It doesn't have to be big, just a small space dedicated to your well-being. A comfortable chair, a candle, a journal, maybe some inspiring books or artwork. 3, practice mindful breaks. Throughout your day, take short breaks to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? What do you need? Maybe it's a stretch, a glass of water, or a moment of deep breathing. 4, engage your senses. Self-care isn't just about what you do. It's about how you experience the world. Pay attention to the smells, tastes, textures around you. This can help ground you in the present moment. 5, end your day with gratitude. Before you go to sleep, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. This simple practice can shift your mindset and improve your overall well-being. These might seem like small steps, but they can lead to profound changes. It's about creating a lifestyle of self-care, not just occasional acts of indulgence. But Niambi's vision doesn't stop at individual change. She believes that as more people embrace this approach to self-care, it will create a ripple effect, transforming our workplaces, our communities, our entire society. Imagine businesses that encourage employees to take mental health days, that provide spaces for relaxation and creativity in the office. Imagine schools that teach children the importance of self-care alongside reading and math. Imagine healthcare systems that prioritize prevention and holistic well-being, not just treating symptoms. This is the world that Niambi is working to create through iCandle experience. And here's the exciting part. We can all be part of this revolution. Every time we prioritize our own well-being, every time we encourage a friend or family member to take care of themselves, we're contributing to this shift. So I want to leave you with a challenge. Over the next week, I want you to commit to one small act of self-care each day. Maybe it's lighting a candle and taking 5 deep breaths before you start your workday. Maybe it's taking a walk in nature instead of scrolling through social media during your lunch break. Maybe it's saying no to a commitment that doesn't align with your values. Whatever it is, I want you to do it intentionally, mindfully. And I want you to pay attention to how it makes you feel, how it affects your interactions with others, how it impacts your productivity and creativity. Because here's the truth. You are your greatest investment. The way you care for yourself today will shape how you show up in the world tomorrow. And as you nurture yourself, you'll find that you have so much more to give to the world around you. This isn't just about candles or spa treatments or mindfulness apps. This is about a fundamental shift in how we value ourselves and each other. It's about recognizing that our well-being is not just important for us as individuals, but for our families, our communities, our entire society. So let's start this revolution together. Let's challenge the notion that busyness is a virtue and exhaustion is a badge of honor. Let's create a world where self-care is seen not as selfish, but as essential. Let's light our candles, take our deep breaths, and step into a future where we all have the space and support to truly thrive. Remember, as Niambi so powerfully put it, self-care isn't about escape. It's about returning to yourself. It's about finding peace in the present moment and giving yourself the love and care you so freely give to others. You are deserving of rest, of joy, of creativity. You are worth the investment of time and care. And as you nurture yourself, you become a beacon of light for others, illuminating the path towards a more compassionate, more balanced, more vibrant world. So I challenge you, how will you now return to yourself today? How will you create a moment of peace in your world? How will you join this revolution of self-care and help create a future where we all have the opportunity to truly flourish? The power is in your hands. The time is now. Let's ignite this change together. One candle, one breath, one moment of intentional self-care at a time. Thank you.